take you now to World Headquarters Gene Schwimmer Enterprises for an important, hard-hitting editorial analysis. Hello, this is Gene Schwimmer with an important, hard-hitting editorial analysis. And well, okay, it's not really an editorial. Yeah, okay, it's an editorial, but it's actually a thank you. And to understand whom I'm thanking and why, we have to have a little bit of history here. So let's go back to the 2016 election. And this was an election that was the first election in my entire life that I ever sat out. This was the first election in which I was faced with two candidates who, both of them, I thought they were terrible candidates, and God, it was tough. And I finally ended up just sitting out the election. But that was then, this was now. And what happened between then and now is very simple. I have never, ever in my whole life, in my 65 and a half years of existence on this earth, seen such a blatantly partisan attempt to take down a sitting president. Not to oppose his policies, but just to make it impossible for him to govern at all. I mean, you can just look at the false stories that we've had so far. Rosenstein was supposed to have threatened to resign. He said he didn't. Comey was supposed to have asked for additional resources for the Russian investigation, and the assistant FBI director, McCabe, said no, they had all the resources that they need. And we could go on, and now we have this memo thing. We'll see how it turns out. But the main thing is that I have never seen such attacks on a sitting president in my whole life. It doesn't matter the party. Policy differences are one thing, but they're not attacking his policies, and I think it may be because Democrats realize that they're losing maybe on that, and that the health care reforms are going to be passed, the tax reforms are going to be passed, but one way or another, they are not opposing the policies, they're not even talking about the policies, they are just attacking Donald Trump. And you get to a point where you've had enough, and that's the point that I've reached. And let's not leave out the press, because it was always known that, let's be honest, that the press, the 85% or more of them vote for Democrats. They're very partisan, but I have never seen the partisanship so blatant as it is now. I've seen several press conferences in the last couple of months, well, actually since Trump has been president, but lately it is just amazing that the value of a press conference is that you can cover a number of subjects, but they pick one thing and they ask over and over, no matter how many times Spicer gives the same answer, they ask the same question over again. And it's just amazing. So here's where the thanks comes in. Thank you very much, liberal Democrats. Thank you very much, liberal press. As I said, sat out the election. And thank you very much. You have made me a committed Trump supporter. I cannot wait to vote for him in 2020. When I used to be a Republican, I completely left the party because of Donald Trump, and I did not contribute a dime to his campaign. Now, I'm going to be a very strong contributor to that campaign, but that's for later. For now, the most pressing matter is the congressional elections coming up in 2018. So over the weekend, I contributed $50 to the National Republican Congressional Committee, and I will commit myself to contribute $50 a month until the election. I will do everything I can to see that the Republicans stay in power. I will do everything I can to see that Democrats never hold power. I may not be that lucky, but I will do the best I can.